Hi and happy Tuesday, everyone. It's Meredith. I am here with our message for the 12th of July, 2022. We are using tarot at the end of the rainbow for our message today. The sun is in Cancer. The moon is moving out of Sagittarius into Capricorn. And of course, we have our two big outer planets, Neptune, Saturn, in retrograde. So, what's going on in the energy atmosphere according to tarot? What are we engaging with today, potentially? Our first card. Well, there it is. We'll get that one right out of the way. We've got the Nine of Swords. You know, this is considered the anxiety card, the I'm awake at 3 a.m. card, because I can't shut my mind and or ego off. Okay, so there's a couple of tarot readers that I enjoy and on YouTube, and I noticed that they've been pulling the Nine of Swords with some regularity lately. We here on the channel have been seeing the Five of Cups and the Three of Swords, not dissimilar, not too different really in the message than the Nine of Swords. So there's a theme of energy presenting itself that at some point in our life experience has caused us anxiety. I feel it's a revisiting of those experiences and how they might continue to influence us today. I don't actually feel us going deep into anxiety here. I feel us, again, in reminiscing, in nostalgia, as we consider what's unfolding here in the now moments and our inclination to connect to prior, let's say, trauma to the ego, which can keep us rooted to an old way of being. I feel that we're releasing this. That's what I'm getting. That Nine of Swords is on its way out. We might get reminders. We may walk down memory lane and we'll have the aha epiphany moment of, oh my gosh, remember when and see how different things are now. Our next card is, oh, perfect. See, now we have the King of Swords. Look at him. Look how amazing his energy is on that card. See the rainbow behind him too. Yes, this is a rainbow, tarot at the end of the rainbow deck, though I feel that this is a full spectrum of life experience. And of course, the King is all about being decisive and discerning. We've seen a lot of the King and the Queen of Swords recently too. So this is about deciding beyond that nine. Meaning, if we were to run into the memory field of our Nine of Swords life experiences, some of our greatest anxiety producing moments, and whatever anchors they have on us today, I feel that we will surprise ourselves with our level of acceptance for what once was and what now is. We've talked about this a lot since the eclipses in the spring. So here's the King, divine masculine energy, divine masculine mastery when it comes to thoughts, words, and deeds. He's holding the Ace of Swords there. Brilliant clarity, everlasting strength, the sword of truth, which is another thing we've been talking about, not embellishing our past stories, in the retelling or the sharing for the sake of the ego. The ego loves to justify why we did what we did, when we did it, how we did it. And we can get wrapped up in the spell of our own tale and the spell of our own embellishments, trying to clean it up, make it sound a little bit better than it was. Really, the invitation through the cards recently has been, be your authentic self, your raw, unfiltered self. And I feel that many of us are embracing that, and I'm seeing the embracing of our raw authenticity between these two cards. So you take that Ace of Swords off the King, add it to the 9, you get the 10, you have the Fallen Master, and then you have the rise of the master, walking on to the next horizon with the benefit of all those swords in life experience and knowledge. It allows us to be so much more discerning. Next two. Oh, fantastic. Here comes the star now. Yes, we have remade ourselves. The star is a manifestation card. And the 9 of Swords added to the King of Swords, making a 10 of Swords potentially over there. This would be making life new after the 9/10 of Swords experience, by being decisive, by being discerning, by really tapping into the quality of life experience that we wish to exist within. So here again, we see the progression of changing frequency, shifting frequency for ourselves. I was just speaking last evening about a book called Power versus Force. And in that book is kind of a scale for frequency, and there's lower vibe frequency, higher vibe frequency. And I feel the essence of that in these cards. We've upgraded, we've moved beyond pain, loss, sorrow, grief, fear. Not to say that we aren't revisited temporarily by it, as a reminder for contrast, so we maintain the perspective of the star and what it promises, which is also strength and manifestation and a total shift in frequency for the foundation in which we live on. So, decisively take action in your divine masculine energy and move into the star and vision your now and your oncoming, and speak your words, swords, speak your words in a way that spells out your happiness. Remember, we talked about this the other day, the limitation speak of I'll be happy when. Choose to be happy now, right? Coming with the star is beautiful. The 3 of Coins. Yes, because you're building something meant to last. On the 3 of Coins, in traditional tarot, you usually see a master artisan carving something out of stone. This is something built to last. There are usually onlookers and a suggestion of collaboration when you see the 3 of Coins. So I see this as confirmation of the message to speak in terms of your happiness. Speak in terms of your now moment. Use now language for the creation of star energy here today, and understand that it creates its own ripple effect in broadcasts. We also spoke very recently about how you show up is how you are met. We've seen a lot of the cups. We've seen a lot of the Ace of Cups in recent readings. So show up like the Ace of Cups and be met like the Ace of Cups. Love, bliss, joy, happiness. This is not to ignore all of our other feelings and or emotions. It's much more about living from the overflow of the love, bliss, joy, happiness, full spectrum, rainbow energy here. Being discerning and choosing to embrace whatever anxiety, fear, and doubt shows up, because it provides contrast, and contrast alone. Remember that feelings are temporary. They come and they go. One of the things that used to set me on fire was when I would be embroiled in some sort of ego drama in my own head. I would share it with a friend and say, I just need to talk this out. And then they would say something like, this too shall pass. That phrase used to piss me off. It felt so invalidating. However, I've since embraced it, and I do know it will pass. It always does. It just depends on how long you want to hang on to it, 9 of Swords, right? How attached are you to the story? How attached are you to fulfill the itch of the ego? One of my friends and I talk about the ego like having poison ivy. You shouldn't scratch it, but you just can't help it sometimes. So that's the 9 of Swords over there, and I feel that the King of Swords is our overcoming that inclination and really upgrading our frequency. Oh, perfect. And there it is. There's the sun, happiest card in tarot. Love, bliss, joy, happiness, shining in brilliant clarity on our foundation by embracing the totality of our life experience, not sweeping the harder Nine of Swords experiences under the rug and allowing them to simmer. Actually, what I hear is fester, right? Drag that stuff out into the light of the sun. Let it be purified, burned off. Embrace the raw authenticity of your journey and build something meant to last. Three of Coins. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck for us today. Our first is, wow, Queen of Wands. Yes, bring your fire. Speak your truth. That's just the thing about her. She's our fire queen. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. She doesn't hold back this one. She says what she's thinking. She shares what she's feeling. She does it with grace, respect, and tact. And at times, brutal honesty, which is beautiful because, you know, why dance around a subject when you can get right to the heart of it? And she's all queen. She's all queen, all right, but she's all heart, this one. And she will courageously share her vulnerability, Nine of Swords, and make sunlight, joy, happiness of it. Yeah, and that's what creates this beautiful Four of Wands foundation, the second happiest card in tarot out of the minor arcana. It really is only second to the sun, and we have them both in the reading. So as soon as you move through whatever your Nine of Swords is with your raw authenticity, what you do is you bring the light. You bring the light of the sun. You bring the joy, the happiness of the sun and the Four of Wands. You step through a whole new portal and you create there on the star and you build something that lasts for yourself. Here it is again, Three of Swords showing up one more time for us. This is the reminder. This is where we were. This is the contrast. I mean, look at the fire. Look at the bliss and the happiness in the reading. Really only marred by the Nine of Swords, which may be one of those this too shall pass experiences. I know. So it's something that's temporary and passing as a reminder for your journey, what you are connected to, committing to, how you are showing up today, and how did you take the very best of your Three of Swords and make a Four of Wands out of it, make the sun out of it, or the star? How has it contributed rather than taken away from your life experience? Next we have, what is this one? Oh, beautiful. Queen of Cups. Paying attention to your intuition. Draw on your intuition to see your way through your Nine of Swords, Three of Swords, and garner your gains, garner your blessings out of those cards, because look what you turn these two challenging energies into. It's gorgeous. Last, certainly not least, Two of Wands. See, you do step through a doorway to a whole new world of experience when you embrace these energies rather than resist and fight them or embellish them or whatever it is you are doing with them that would not be serving your now. Perfect. All right, let's move on to Angel Answers. Ask a question of the deck. Let it answer you. Receive confirmation for something unique to you. Coming together. First is reconsider. Look at that. That's that Ace of Swords again in the hands of the angel. Reconsider your Nine of Swords. Reconsider your Three of Swords. See them as blessings and ask yourself perhaps what you have not considered in terms of blessings from those two challenge cards and how they are influencing all these encouraging cards. Coming with it is helpful people. Might be a good idea to chat some of this out with someone near and dear who can give you a different perspective, something else to consider. Next, Oh, I like this one. Here's confirmation of our Queen of Wands. Be assertive. She is, if nothing else, assertive. She is many things. She's a divine feminine master at assertiveness, though, and she does bless herself with that first. So this is an encouraging card for us to keep going. Don't stop, don't stall, don't quit. Stay with it, whatever it is, off your Nine of Swords, your Three of Swords, and see the blessings of those cards. How those experiences are being manifested, star card, into the Sun and the Four of Wands and the Two of Wands. One more. Take action. Yeah, no stagnation, no lingering. No lingering on those cards. Say, all right, hey, I see you, I hear you, I feel you. Thank you for being here. What are you here to show me, teach me? And how can I benefit from the Nine of Swords, Three of Swords life experiences? All right, next. What have we got next? Oh, yes, an oracle card from the Energy Oracle deck. Love this. Walking away. Yeah, you're walking toward the Sun. You're walking toward the Four of Wands. You are walking toward the Two of Wands. Guided by your intuition and the knowledge, the vast knowledge you have from your life experience. Coming from the Mermaid Oracle. How is our soulful presence whispering to us today? And we get magic. You are the magic. Go out there and make your magic. And then last, from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, we have Unicorn. Infinite possibilities. You are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. Nice. That's King of Swords, Queen of Cups combo right there. Seen and unseen worlds. The magic. Ooh, see? Magic. The magic of love surrounds you. There's the Sun. There's the Four of Wands. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. That's our magic right there. The ordinary would be clinging to the Nine of Swords and the Three of Swords for the sake of the ego's comfort. And we have doors wide open for us to walk through, to move beyond that and step into or onto our legendary foundation. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Peace, love, blessings. Namaste.